President Donald Trump should fill the Supreme Court vacancy, and what the media does not want you to know about this. All that and more on the next episode of Guns and Gadgets. Gonna make them cry. Hey everybody, welcome back to Guns and Gadgets, your premier source for Second Amendment news. I want to say thank you to today's sponsor. Today is the Monday Morning Grind, brought to us by our friends over at Blackout Coffee. Check them out. The sale's still going on for their second anniversary. Use code 2YEARS, no space, number 2, YEARS, to save 24% off of your entire order in the store. Link would be down below. It's blackoutcoffee.com/GNG. All right, everybody, before we get into this, if you are new to the channel, this is where you're going to find Second Amendment news, good, bad, ugly, or indifferent, as well as what is on the pulse of America as far as big stuff that will affect our Constitution, which brings us to what has been happening since Friday. We all know what happened. Ruth Bader Ginsburg passed away, and a proverbial storm has started on whether or not President Donald Trump should fill the United States Supreme Court vacancy, just as his job description says, that Constitution of the United States thing. And everybody's throwing up, but what happened to Merrick Garland and the Joe Biden rule and all this stuff. So we're going to go over some actual historical facts, some quotes from some people who the crybabies are tugging on. They're saying, we can't fill her position because of this. But we're going to talk about what she actually said 4 years ago that would tell everybody to actually fill the position. So let's get into this. America has become weak because we're so damn emotional now. We no longer think critically. We no longer can find a neutral ground. It's either my way or the highway. And the other side thinks the same thing. And it's ridiculous. Let's get over ourselves. Okay? We have a country to run. We have a blueprint to follow. And we don't get to divert from it because it makes us feel fuzzy and warm. You look around and the TikTok generation is crying their eyes out. But what they don't realize is that we have a rule book to follow. If you follow politics, you'll see things that both sides, Republicans, Democrats, they both play these insider games. But what happens more often than not lately is the Democrats will use threats and intimidation to try to get their way. And today is no different. The same group of pricks that have attacked an individual non-stop for 4 years over complete BS now wants that person to hear them out and to honor their feelings and make them feel good and to not do his job. It's not going to happen. Perhaps if they treated this person with a little more respect, that person being the president, whether you like the individual or not, you have to respect the office. But if the Democrats and Pelosi and Schumer and Nadler and all those cronies didn't treat this guy like a redheaded stepchild for the last 4 years, maybe he'd be more willing to work with them. I mentioned threats, and then I'll get into what the media doesn't want you to know in a little bit. But we'll talk about the threats. What threats have they lodged? Well, the cronies that I just mentioned, Schumer, Pelosi, Nadler, and even Joe Kennedy, they're all saying, well, if he does his job like the Constitution says and fills this vacancy, then we're going to pack the court. We're going to pack the Supreme Court with a ton of justices so that we'll never lose control once we get control. And this isn't a threat that should be taken idly, because this threat's been brewing for a long time. It's been festering. What do I mean? Well, in 1937, Franklin Delano Roosevelt attempted to unsuccessfully stack the court with Democrat ultra-liberal justices so that he could get parts of his then called the New Deal forced through, because parts of it was ruled unconstitutional by that same court. Luckily, that didn't happen. But since that day, it has been festering with these lefties. And it came out again, more prevalent during the Merrick Garland situation 4 years ago. Now, to those people who are whining and crying and screaming while driving cars on TikTok because, my emotions, what they don't understand is this whole thing where, they have the Joe Biden rule, this whole wink, wink, nod, nod agreement that you don't fill a Supreme Court vacancy in a lame duck period for a sitting president while the Senate has opposite power. What that means is, 4 years ago, Obama was the president. Lame duck means it's the last 4-year term. He's in his second term, not in his first term, his second term. and the opposite power, meaning the party in control of the Senate. So you don't put forth a lame duck liberal pick when the Republicans are in, and vice versa. So now that Trump's in office, you don't put a lame duck conservative pick while the Democrats are in power in the Senate. And that is not the case. Okay, since 1880, it's kind of gone this way. But the bigger thing is for those who want to cry and but this happened then, and what about then, and this senator said this, and this reporter said this. It's all bull, because the United States Constitution, if you read it, ladies and gentlemen, there's no clauses in there that say it's okay for you guys to do side deals and handshakes to go around what needs to be done. Sorry, if you're a constitutionalist, if you're an originalist, if you believe in the law of the land and the blueprint, then it has to be followed, period. And would I be saying this if Joe Biden was president and they were going to force through Hillary Clinton as a justice? Yeah, it's what the rules say. Would I like it? No, but it's the rules. And to quote President Barack Obama, elections have consequences. I won, get over it, or something like that. But it's true. They have a job description. The United States president has a job to fill the vacancy if it occurs in the high court. The Senate's job is to hold meetings and to take it under advice and consideration and vote on a possible confirmation. That's their job. Now, everybody wants to say Merrick Garland didn't get his shot. And that's because it was a lame duck presidency and the Republicans held control of the Senate. What should have happened, they should have had a vote on him. And knowing that the Republicans had more votes, they should have just voted no. And then nobody would be crying on TikTok right now saying we're so sad that our rights are going to be stripped away tomorrow, which isn't the case, babies. Wake up. So the ultra-left leaders, it's like the JoJo Bobo show over there. Representative Joe Kennedy from here in Massachusetts, he's a twit. He said that if he holds a vote, him being the president, in 2020, then we pack the court in 2021. It's that simple. All right, crybaby. Even the Massachusetts senator here, Ed Markey, said that Mitch McConnell set the precedent. No Supreme Court vacancies filled in an election year. If he violates it, when Democrats control the Senate in the next Congress, we must abolish the filibuster and expand the Supreme Court. Well, typical politics, you're not telling the truth. It wasn't Mitch McConnell's rule. It was actually called the Joe Biden rule, but it's been around since 1880. And it's not the same scenario. It's not a lame duck presidency. And you're not being honest. Shocker, you're a politician. And the Penguin, Jerry Nadler, he said this: if Senator McConnell and the Senate GOP were to force through a nominee during the lame duck session before a new Senate and president can take office, then the incoming Senate should immediately move to expand the Supreme Court. What a bunch of sally asses. What they're really saying is, we don't have power, and there's a power move to be made, and we can't do it. Hey, so be it. Now, Pelosi is also jumping in on this. She is also thinking about another way to impeach the United States president for doing his job and filling the vacancy and following the actual rules of the land, and also trying to impeach Attorney General Barr for this as well. Nancy, the rules are there to be followed, not to be broken. You should be impeached. You're a has-been. You're a hack. But what she has said is that everything's on the table. We have our options. We have arrows in our quiver that I'm not about to discuss right now. But the fact is we have a big challenge in our country. Another crybaby. Now, what don't they want you to know? Them being the two-headed monster. The ultra-lefty leaders, the Schumers, the Pelosis, the Nadlers, the Markeys, the Elizabeth Warrens, and the media. What don't they want you to know? Well, in 2016, when Merrick Garland was nominated by Barack Obama and didn't get a hearing, for the reasons I've already talked about. And again, should he have gotten a vote? Yes, he should have gotten a vote because that's what the rules say. And the Senate could have handled it a different way because they had the votes to stop him, whatever, okay? Now, what they don't want you to know is that in 2016, when asked about that same situation with Merrick Garland, should the president fill the position, should the Senate vote on that nominee, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, the very same justice that they're claiming that we can't do this because, is the same person that said, quote, there is nothing in the Constitution that says the president stops being the president in his last year. She was all for that nomination taking place and all for a hearing being taken place. And when asked about the Senate hearing, she said, quote, it's their job. So, for all those who are better reached by emotion, the same person that you're willing to die on the stake for to stop from filling that position is the same person that 4 years ago said, fill the position. It's the job of the president and the Senate to do it, and it's in the Constitution. But now 4 years later, it's a different story. If you watch this channel, you know. But if you're new, what's evolved is Constitution versus communism, period, point blank. If we don't get our way, then once we do have power, we're going to stack the deck so much that we will never lose control. That is exactly what is at stake in this election this year. Freedom versus communism. I don't care if you don't like Donald Trump as an individual. I don't care if you don't like Joe Biden as an individual. That's what it comes down to. Now, the president's come out and said that he will nominate a woman to fill that position, and there are two people who have come out as his favorite. It's Amy Coney Barrett and Barbara Lagoa. Those are the top two right now from everything that we're hearing. And as cold as this is going to sound for those who respond emotionally, there's nothing in the U.S. Constitution, like I said, that says we can make handshake deals, wink deals, or honor dying wishes. Sorry, if it sounds cold and callous, that's not the way to run a business or a country. It is what it is. Let me know what you think down below. If you're not already, guys and gals, register to vote. This is the year. They're putting their battle plan out before us. If we don't vote for freedom and they get control, we may never see freedom again as we know it, especially if they stack the deck with 12 or 15 justices and overnight can put in an additional 6 liberals. We don't want that to happen. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your time. I appreciate all more than you know. Till we see each other again, be safe, stay vigilant, carry a weapon. Please subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care.